It's finally happening! I'm revisiting Auction Not Included. We usually do a run every year, once or twice, to see how far we can go, and usually it's about a good 200, 300 days, but they've added a lot more new things like radiation, some new pets and whatnot, and I'm finally ready to explore what Auction Not Included has to offer once again. So, the first hour will be available here on my YouTube, and the rest of it will be over on my Twitch stream. We're going to hang out all day, play through it all. It usually takes a few hours, and by a few hours, I mean like 20 to 30 hours for a wonderful, successful, and fulfilled run. So I hope to see you guys over there as we are filling out one of our Twitch subathon goals. And as always, if you enjoy this content, feel free to updo and drop a comment below. I'll see you over on the Twitch stream, and enjoy this first hour. Welcome to Oxygen Not Included. Let's go ahead and do our typical roles, which are a builder, a digger, and a wonderful researcher. Our duplicants are now picked and ready to go. We're going to go with action stars or action game stars for this theme for this run. We're going to go with John Wick, Aloy, and Kratos. We have building a +7, digging +3, athletics +3, researching +4, and digging +4 in general. Our negatives aren't too bad on these duplicants, but I will have to make sure I build around them. And we have some pretty strong early game traits as well. For the name of this place, we're going to call it the Action Set Piece. Yeah, let's get in. Alright, welcome to the game. For those that have never seen Auction Included Not before, you are thrown straight into a middle of an asteroid and you must build and dig your way out of it doing what you can in terms of research. This game gets pretty darn crazy over time and I'm going to go ahead and play it out. First things first, let's go ahead and do a dig. My number one goal here for the first level is to try and get a bathroom set up, which will require water, and then of course a location for a couple of our bathrooms and a place to sleep. So let's do that. I think what we're going to do is we pull out real quick here. We have a lot of water here down the bottom, so I will eventually want to build out a little caveat and put most of my water down here. And then, of course, I want to have a place for everyone to sleep. For now, we'll do it up here in the top right corner, and they'll probably do a bathroom. I don't know, probably... let's put a bathroom up here, and then we'll put our living quarters over here. The rules are to make sure to dig a total of 4 spaces, as that will allow for your duplicants to dig forward. So let's go ahead and start doing that. And then let's get a ladder built up right away here. We're gonna have it go straight up. I'm gonna do a double ladder setup, which means I will make sure to have a ladder. Oh, actually, before we do that, let's do this correctly. Let's have a ladder set up 1 space over, and then we'll do another ladder over here as well. So I have 2 directions to go. As you can tell, I'm slightly rusty. There we go. Okay, let's get that built up, and then let's go ahead and dig out a space here for our first bedrooms. We'll do it up here on the side. Let's go ahead and get some tiles set in. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll put a tile there just so I'm aware of where it's at. We'll do a tile here. We'll dig down across. And let's go ahead and put in a couple of sleeping areas. 1, 2, 3, and we'll do 4 because we're gonna have a new person here on cycle 3. On the opposite side here, I do want to be able to dig over here, so we need a space of 2 for my duplicants to get to. We want to grab a pitcher pump and plug that in right here. This will allow for us to pull water out, and then we want to make sure that we have a bathroom above here. So let's go ahead and build it in this area. Alright. Digging across. We don't have to go too deep. We just want to have enough room to where we can throw in a wash basin. We're going to put 2 in here. And then we're going to do 3 outhouses. So 1, 2, and 3. Look at that. Nice. We're about a quarter of the way through the day here. And actually, this is a really good start. Let's go ahead and get this dug up too. There we go. We want to add a couple of doors here as well. To turn that into a room. We need some metal for that, which we do have some here and a little bit over here. We will dig some up here as well while we're building, so we don't need to worry too much. Let's go ahead and get that fully cleaned up. Let's switch up some varieties here. In terms of digging, we do want this to be a main focus for our character Aloy, who I believe is going to be our main digger. Let's see what they have. 3 skill. Oh, actually, let's put it here on Kratos. Kratos, aptly named, will be our main digger. That'll be his main focus. Speed up our time here a little bit, just to make sure that we're getting in there as much as we need. Awesome. So for the end of day 1, as we're getting closer to it, we are already set up here to have a bathroom in this location. And then we also will be having a bedroom over here. Let's get up this real quick. That should be enough to close up that room. There we go. They're finishing up their building projects. Nicely done. And they have some food here already set up. So my first basic needs are already done. Once we finish up these doors, it should become a room. There we go. A latrine, which will keep their morale up. And we are good on stress. We're good on calories as well. Okay. So as always in most of my builds, if you see me play before, I like to have a nice giant area just loaded up with water to start off with. So that would be my main focus for tomorrow, is building that out. Let's go ahead and prep those digs. Gonna go straight south here. Having all my water in a centralized location makes it easier for me later on, so I like to do the work early to make sure I don't have to worry about that, so I can focus on other problems. This game is basically all about trying to put out fires before they happen, right? Let's go ahead and switch this up as well. We're gonna make this head to the right. So what this says is every time that they walk by here to the right, they will have to wash their hands. It's actually pretty important because there are tons of germs that they'll split out everywhere when they go in the bathroom. In fact, we're about to see this here. Uh-oh. What's the matter? Uh-oh, someone got stuck. John Wick. Unlucky for him. There we go. Get him out of there. So you can see there's germs all over the restroom, right? So they have to wash their hands, and when they wash their hands, they get rid of the germs, and they're able to go into our base. So I want to make sure that that is consistently happening. While that is occurring, I'm going to set up a couple of dig commands here in the morning. So we're going to do a priority queue here. This is my priority in the morning to have this get done as soon as possible, so I can start building that out. But I also set up a bunch of level 4 digs around the area as well. And this is stuff that I'll be worrying about in the future. 1, I want these digs, but for all the materials that are here. But 2, I'm getting the space set up so I can build additional rooms in the future. Like, eventually this will be moving, right? Okay, let's speed up here a little bit and get through the night phase and see how we look for day number 2. Good, they're getting straight to work here. So one thing I do have to pay attention to, and it's very important to the name of the game, auction is not included in your bases. I mean, there is some here, but eventually this will expire. Every single duplicant that you have will be breathing an auction, and you need to make sure that you are providing it to them as time continues. So I'll be keeping an eye on that. You'll be seeing me trying to dig through and make sure that I have all these oxylights available, because that will sustain me long enough. I also am probably going to keep up these areas as well, because I can build a nature reserve, which you see here on the bottom right, which gives a high morale of +6 if I can have them walk through it on a daily basis. So I'll probably put a bedroom right next to it, but just consider why I'm digging around this in the future. Speaking of digs, let's go ahead and put up a couple more as well. Gonna go ahead and dig out this area. Let's go down for a total of 4 to this direction. I'm not going to open this area as we have a lot of carbon dioxide. While annoying, I just don't want extra gas floating around my base. As you can see already, my duplicants are already creating carbon dioxide, and it's dropping into the southern part of my base. If I were to open this, it would flow over and go down here and make it harder for me to work on this water area that I want to build. Okay, speaking of water area, we now have some of our slots already nice and dug up. We'll slow down time a little bit here. No reason to rush. What I need to start doing is setting up the layers of my base. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keeping that spacing as equal as possible. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bam. So we know that the water position will probably be likely in this area, right? So let's bring this down here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bam. Yeah, let's go right about there and dig this all the way across. One thing I should check is my temperature. Make sure it's not too hot down here. It's in the yellow, but that's not awful. Very manageable. Let me go ahead and set up some commands here as well for them to dig out, just to make sure that they're good to go. I want to make sure they're always busy and not wasting time, right? I am the CEO of this base. Let's go ahead and get this dug across, get that dug across, leave that oxalite up so they're digging through. If you're asking about the space here, they are allowed to drop one or jump one space over a location. So as long as you have a ladder or a tile or even a material, they can move around the base quite elegantly. Okay, let's go ahead and continue digging down. Let's head in this direction, and then we're going to dig up a few more commands. We'll put this out here. We'll dig this out over here, and we'll have it go about this far. And I'll leave this artificial stuff here for now. We can also start digging this out too. Yes, perfect. Get our base nice and clean. Okay, get rid of that. Alright. Let's go ahead and dig down in this direction. I'm going to be careful and not dig through this. I know sand isn't the strongest material, so there is a chance the water can break through it. So I'd like to be careful of that for now. What is this here, actually? Sandstone? Ooh, they actually can't dig into this yet. This might not be the best location for this yet. Let's go ahead and do it this way, then. We'll dig this route. We'll bring this down for now. And then we'll dig this across. Let's make sure that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, bam. So we know we're gonna have to have that there. 1, 2, 3, 4, bam. Okay, so we'll do it here. That way it just lines up and looks natural, right? Dig that all the way across. Bring this up. And that should be relatively big enough, right? For our first location. Let's go ahead and start digging this all out. Leave that in. We're going to do a ladder system that allows them to move around without too many issues, and we will make this a high priority and get that all nice and finished up. I'm going to do about 4 across on these. Again, just trying to make sure that they can get into any area they need to without getting caught. Duplicants aren't the smartest folks in the world. If they are left to their own devices, they will definitely cause some issues. Ladders are actually going to be a 7 for me. I'm going to make that a higher priority, because I want to make sure that's built up first before they dig, because they can get caught off. And we'll have them do that on day number 3, which is good timing as well, because we should have a new duplicant showing up. Okay, it is morning time for our duplicants. And we should be having this proc relatively soon. We'll keep an ear out for that. They're going to immediately get to work on top of this thing. Our little water biome that we're going to throw everything into. Nice, perfect timing. Our 4th duplicant is here. Let's go ahead and pause for a second and choose our blueprint. We have coal, which is a great resource for creating energy, and then of course carbon dioxide, but I think we want to pick up a 4th person, and this person actually looks perfect. The only issue is it cannot do building errands. However, they are very, very good at farming, which is something that I will need in the future. They do have low amounts of rads and light. Glow stick. Ooh, I don't like that. Alright, you know what? Let's go with this one, and let's name them Arnold. Okay, let's go ahead and pick that up. I don't know how that glow stick is going to affect my base, but hey, we'll see what happens. Alright, so everyone welcome Arnold, and Arnold's gonna get straight to work helping out with this station down here. So it's kind of looking like Arnold with his little glow light is making it hard for others to sleep. So I need to fix that here real quick. So let's go ahead and remove this bed real quick here. Disable this building. We're going to get rid of that for now, so they can't use that. And then what we're going to do is create another bedroom for them. We'll toss it over here. Make that a priority 7 here for Arnold. Turn that off, and it looks like we're almost done with our base here. We should be able to finish that tonight. So I'm going to move Arnold over here so that he is sleeping all by themselves, which will allow for us to get him away from the others so they can have a nice night of sleep. Let's go ahead and assign that to Arnold. There we go. And now let's finish up this down here. One of them got stuck. I told you duplicants aren't the smartest. Come on. Get out of there. There you go. And then please refill that back up. They're both just standing here. We're gonna wait this out. You dummy. Who was that? Aloy? Oh my gosh. Okay, plug that back up. And it looks like the base is actually almost done here, so we can go back to get everything nice and set up. We still have some dig errands available to us, but as soon as this finishes up, I can open this wall and start to collect the water down here, and I can bring this wall up afterwards. To right about here, it looks like. So we'll let them finish. Overall, we finished up our other bed as well, so we will have that set up for Arnold. I'm actually kind of curious as to why they are digging that up. Is that a higher errand for them? Let me look here real quick. Oh, yeah! Arnold can't build, so they're just going straight into digging, huh? No issue then. At least they're doing some kind of work, right? Okay, finally that's finished off. Let's go ahead and pop this hole here for this water so we can have it start spreading in. Let's make that we don't need to make it a priority. There we go. There goes the water. And that will slowly seep its way in there. We can go ahead and start digging that up too. As soon as that water finishes up, we'll bring some more in. Let's actually bring the ladder all the way down so they can have a safe way out of there. Let's bring it down to here-ish, I believe. Yeah, that should be good enough. I don't want them to be in the water because they will get soggy wet and that slows them down. Can cause some issues overall. Dig that all out. Dig that as well. Ooh, it looks like we do have some digging issues. We'll have to wait for them to level up, which is a good point here. We actually have Arnold already living up. Arnold is going to be an improved farmer, so I will give them a hat. There we go. And we are done with day number 4. Let's go ahead and head over to day 5. Okay, so let's do a quick check-in on our auction. Ooh, it's starting to get quite reduced for us, which can become an issue. So our next main focus is going to be building up a manual generator. We'll do one of those, and on the side, we're going to add a oxygen diffuser. We're going to wire that up, like so. Come over here, and we're going to add a battery as well. We will then need to add a floor underneath this, as devices cannot work without flooring. I guess that makes sense. And then we will make sure that this is a priority of 7. All this does when I make it a priority of 7, it's going to be one of my higher rankings in this game. This is a life support device. So anytime this requires algae, it will alert all of the duplicates, and the nearest one will run over if it is a higher priority than others, and make sure to fill it full of algae. For now, I'm going to have it here in the bottom. We're going to have other ways to make auction, so I will remove this eventually, but it is a good starting point for us. So now we'll have electricity in the base. The only problem with this electricity is that we will actually need someone to run in it and keep this battery full. So that will take someone away from helping around the base. That's why I have this battery here. This battery will take a charge for us, and at least that will allow them to go work while that battery is reducing over time because of being used by the diffuser. Now, this is a weak battery. It's not the greatest. Over time, it will be something that I need to improve, but it's a good starting point for us. All right, actually, the base is starting to get completely mined out, so I need to queue up some commands. Give me 1 second here. Okay, now we got a couple of commands going for now, nothing too crazy. We should also dig up to the top, mostly because I want to explore the area. Let's go ahead and pop this one open as well. And we're gonna head straight into this. In fact, this is actually a good spot for us, because the water will fall straight into here. Let's actually wait to pop that open. I'm gonna go to right about there. That way I can make sure that the water over here has made its way over to here, and I can build up this wall a little bit larger. In fact, I might have too much water. We'll see how it looks over time. The eyeball test, it says it passes, but, you know, you can't trust your eyeballs. At least I don't. Okay, let's keep digging up. And then we're gonna start continuing to build up our base. We will need to get some research going relatively soon, but I don't need to force that quite yet. There we go. Let's get this about 4 high, and then dig that all the way down. And then we want to, of course, dig this way up as well. I need 4 plants, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so I'll keep those running for now, as those will be my nature valley, or nature reserve later on, as we discussed. Oh, I just realized that I may have too much water going here. You know what? This whole thing might just become a water area for me, because that will need to be fixed. So maybe I'll drop all my water down here, and then find a solution for this later on. I think I severely underestimated the amount of water that I have. That's okay though, we can get these dig commands up as well. Let's start bringing that down. Let's check out our skills here real quick. Kratos has leveled up. He loves digging, so we're gonna go ahead and make him a better digger. With that hatch, he will now be able to start digging out this area earlier that we needed to find a solution for. So Auction is in desperate need for this base here, so we should be seeing them get back to work. There we go. This diffuser should hold for a little bit here. I'm gonna start working on some research. Let's start getting our brains going. Station here, restation in the top left. We will go ahead and bring our wire through the flooring. The wires through the floor will hide it away from people. If they see too much wires they're running around, they actually get angry. I will also have it in a lighting location as well, which will make it a lot better for them to work. They get a working speed buff, and also keeps their happiness up if they're working in the light. Oh, someone's trapped. Oh, that's not good. He is trapped because of that. Gotta be careful of sand coming down, right? Ensure that doesn't happen again. We're gonna go ahead and build some scaffolding here, all the way across. To keep them nice and happy. And let's go ahead and start looking at our first couple of research. I probably want to start moving into some basic farm tiles for the moment. That way we can get our farming going. As farming will give us substantial food. Right now we're at 40k, and we will find more food around in our environment. But eventually we'll have to make our own, especially when we have too many duplicants. The skills come in. Aloy getting pretty strong. We're going to go ahead and give her hard digging as well. And then John Wick, which is our builder, is going to get improved construction. Alright, let's go ahead and look into our priorities. As a reminder, we're going to have our main researcher, who's currently -5 here, -1, -2. John Wick is pretty okay at researching. Does he care about it too much? No, it doesn't look like it. Our main researcher might be Kratos, actually. Oh, is Kratos our researcher? Let me look at this here real quick. -1... but he enjoys researching. You know what? Let's make Kratos our main researcher. Let's pull him off digging, even though I gave him digging too. And we'll get him to work. Also, he's got hypothermia, so it's good for him to be here. And the safety of warm weather. We do have some hypothermia coming in from him, but I think keeping him at normal weather will eventually get him away from that. Alright, it's time for another duplicate to come in. We do have our farmer already. I would love an operator. We do have decreased bathroom speed, but that's okay for now. That's why we built 3 bathrooms. Let's see here. What is an action star? Let's go with Kangaroo Jack as our next member to be invited in. This is where an important part of the game is going to be started to be used. It's called the schedule. You can use this to switch up the schedule for your duplicants to make sure that they aren't spending too much time overlapping each other. So what I'm going to do is switch that up. Let's change the bath time here to here, I think. And then we'll do the downtime here in the morning. And that way... I should just do it this way. We'll do downtime here. And then we'll do bath time here. Come on. There we go. And then work here. Let's go ahead and put John Wick on that. Actually, we need John Wick working in the morning. He gets an upvote from that, right? So we'll leave John Wick up here. And then we'll bring down Arnold, we'll bring down Kratos, and we'll bring down Kangaroo Jack. And so they'll be on a different schedule here, which will prevent them from overlapping. Typically, you want about 3, maybe 4 duplicants on one schedule, and you want to make sure you alternate them unless you have more bathrooms and more places for them to sleep. We can now enable this building because poor Kangaroo Jack is sleeping by himself in the top left. And tomorrow morning, he should be able to sleep there. Okay, our auction's looking a little bit better, but I wouldn't mind seeing a bit more auction in the base. Let's just make it a little safer here by adding 1 more diffuser. Having extra oxygen is usually not an issue if you have the algae to spare. And if we look over here on the far right, we can type in our algae and see that we have 14.1 tons available here. So all we have to do is dig it up. So let's go ahead and start getting that out of here where we can. Carbon dioxide is going to be released down here at the bottom, but I don't mind it too much, as again, that's my water pit at the moment, and I'll deal with the carbon dioxide at later stages. One thing I do need to be aware about as I head over in this direction is there is going to be germs in this location. We got slime. which is something that can certainly get all over your base, and it's called Slime Lung. One thing that we can do to handle that is to make sure that we have a location for that Slime Lung to go. And we'll deal with that in the future when we dig it out. For now, I think I'm just going to keep building up to the north. Let me see if there's any germs up here. There is up to here-ish, but I got time. So here we go. Let's go ahead and release this water down here, I think. I'm going to leave a location for me to be able to dig down here. Let's put a pillar up there. We'll make that a priority 6, so that's done ASAP. Let's just lock this water in here that I'm going to be dropping, and then I'll find a better location for it over time. Okay, more dig commands. Always more digging. Let's go ahead and cancel all that. This location needs to stay intact. Looks like we can go to right about here. Yeah, I think at this point we're just going to expand the base as much as we can. How's our research looking? Looks like we finished up with our research, so we can now start looking into making food for our duplicants. Let's go ahead and get some basic power researched. And then with our new food location going up, I think let's pick a place that has decent temperature. This looks pretty okay. What we're going to do is we have just finished up the technology to make a farm tile, so this will become a farm tile location. Let's make that a normal one here at the start, because I'm probably going to put a door there in the future. Let's see here. Rooms look good, looks room good. What am I missing? Oh, I'm missing a mess hall. I need a place for people to eat. Let's go ahead and build that out as well. Mess table. We currently have what? 5 duplicants in the top left corner. Let's go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we'll turn that into a nice little basic room for now. Because after I get over 8 duplicants, I'm most likely going to move into a Great Hall, and I'll probably move that location. Okay, has this wall been built up? Not quite yet. Day 7 has finished up, so I'll see you tomorrow for day number 8. Alright, rise and shine. It's day number 8. A couple of things going to be happening today. 1, I'm going to be finishing this off, and 2, I'm going to start dropping all this water down here. To prepare for that, let's go ahead and start making sure that we have our proper plumbing set up for that. Let's go ahead and destroy this. And then as soon as that finishes up, let's make that a priority real quick. Oh, it's already being done. Nice, love it. We'll put a pitcher pump right there, so that way we can reach this water. And that way we can remove that after we do open this up. Let's start preparing for that dig. We'll go across, which is going to be normal here. And then what we'll do is we'll do this across, but I'm not going to finish that off until I need to. Look how quick they're opening up this map. It's so quick. Duplicants don't play around, man. They get in there. Okay, the water seal has been broken. Got some issues we need to fix there, but no problemo. Look at our oxygen, looking so much better now. Obviously, we want to try and get it around this level of blue, but this purple means there is oxygen there, and it is breathable. Over time, that will fill up. That's why we left a space of 3. Ooh, in fact, speaking of spaces of 3, I should dig that out. There we go. Love to see that. Got a couple of farm tiles already set. How are we looking on the water down here? Looking pretty good, actually, I would say. I think it's okay for us to go ahead and start opening this on the top side, and then I think that might end today's video. The rest of this run will be over on my Twitch, as I mentioned, so feel free to come hang out with us at twitch.tv/TrikSlyr. Gonna be playing this and Meet Your Maker for the next 3 days straight, and slowly beating either Red Dead Redemption or Legend of Dragoon. It's gonna be a long hour stream, which I'm really excited for. Ooh, I gotta find a place to put this here, so let's fix that real quick. We do need to put down some compost. Compost naturally heat up your base as well, so you need to be careful where you throw these. For now, I'm going to throw it down here in the bottom right corner, out of the way, and I can move that as needed as we continue throughout the matches. Let's see here. Germs on the right, germs there. We can also get up some dig commands here too. Let's get those going real fast. Get that across the board. Continue building this up. Let's see here. Yeah, let's go ahead and open this. We'll make that a nice little priority 6 here. And then I think after that, I want to get my farms going, and then we'll end it today. We can get some priority 4 digs set up here, just to make sure they're working on that whenever they do finish up their task. Always try and keep them busy. Build that across, build that across. Water's slowly draining out. Let's go ahead and dig up this too while we're at it. That way it falls a little bit better. Oh man. God, that dirt is so dirty. For those that are wondering why I'm not cleaning my base yet, it's just not worth it right now. I will eventually get there, I promise you. Just, at the moment, it's not worth using the resources from the duplicants to do that, right? Uh-oh, did I mess up my yard? 1, 2, 3... Didn't I have one more plant here? Am I crazy? Did I screw up my nature reserve? I think I did. I may have to use it up here. Thought I had 4 here. Must have dug one up on accident. Whoops. Oh, I think I drug it across and one was tall. And it got it. That's okay. I'll do it up here instead. Yeah, that makes sense. Dug those out. Whoops. Sometimes you just do dumb stuff, you know? That's life. Let's get this priority up over here. So that these farm tiles can be finished up. And what we'll do is we'll put mealwood here, which is a very basic plant, but it will feed us. Not the best plant, mind you, but it will be useful. I think we have a better battery now, too. Let's go ahead and switch that in here. We'll do a jumbo battery. We'll add a wire to this. And then I'll remove that small one eventually. Kangaroo Jack has leveled up, and he's going to be our operator, so he'll be doing a lot of the heavy machinery in the future, and then we'll move him into art later on whenever he gets too old to do the hard labor. I'm going to hold off on one of these. If you would like to be a duplicant or have an idea for a duplicant, please feel free to come over to our Twitch stream and let us know. As I'll be turning probably my viewers or taking suggestions from my viewers on names. So let's leave that for that, right? Okay. Nice. Let's have them finish this up, make some mealwood, and then I'll see you guys tomorrow. Oh no, one of my duplicates got stuck up here. There we go. Alright, the plants have been planted, all is well. I will see you guys over on my Twitch stream. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy the Auction Not Included content. Love this game. You should check it out yourself if you haven't.